From an outdoor perspective, we've been using lots of data sets for a while. We still don't know everything that's out there. And actually, from our point of view, from a media owner point of view, and also from an agency point of view, we're keen to utilise as much as we can. I think that the consideration always has to be why we're using it. So if it's going to be beneficial to the client, to the customer, and it's going to deliver something that can provide real value for them, then absolutely. And I think that what we want to do as an industry is gather as much data as we can. There's a lot out there, and then the trick comes to pulling back from that and understanding really why we're using it, what the value is to both ourselves and the consumer in order to drive the right campaign forward. Because there's a lot of stuff we can do. There's a lot of information out there that you can use, but to my mind, and something I hold dear, is that the idea should always be king, and you don't use something because you can, you use something because you should, and because it makes a difference or enhances something.
We have a data set called Root, which basically just looks at the movement of people and kind of segregated into demographics, and that's how we use data to plan digital out of home and classic out of home as well. We've moved on as an industry quite far in the last however many years. We're using data to plan every single one of our campaigns. But I think there are two ways we can use that aggregated data. I think one is planning, and it's great, and it's something that is core to our business. But then, as I said before, for us, data equals creativity. The more data we can get, the more creative we can be with our campaigns. And we are, I think every single out-of-home specialist and media owner is, we're kind of data monsters. We're trying to find the right data, and we're trying to just carve the right story out of it. And the more data we can get our hands on, I completely agree with Lou that it should be about the end user, it should be about the experience. But you don't know what experience you can craft if you don't know what data's there. So for us, the biggest challenge isn't finding things to do with the data, it's finding the data. As soon as we've got the data, we have a bunch of clever, creative people working for us who will find ways to use it, but it's getting that data. We now know that we can get that data to the screens in real time, which was a huge issue for, out of home, because you can't get data to a poster in real time, but now the screens are connected and they're online, and, the connectivity of the screens means you can send an update centrally, and it can be within a screen within minutes. So it's how we then find the data and then how we use it. At the moment, we use a lot of kind of open API data, whether it's kind of weather data, environmental data. We use a lot of TfL data, bus data, the plain data. I think with the BA example is an amazing way that you mash data sources up. Social data is a huge part of what we do. Because it's open and it's there, but we're quite used to kind of building campaigns off the back of it. More and more, we're starting to use proprietary data, our clients' actual data. So we're moving next year into kind of looking at how we can use client sales data and their understanding of their audiences and their users to start kind of factoring how we buy and also the creative that's shown. But we're open to seeing many, many, many different types of data.